for so long these have been called drugs, and yes, they are drugs, but that's why we're trying to use medicines. Again, language, but
Yeah.
medicines maybe aren't the right word, because now then it starts getting into the pharmaceuticals, and we just talked about how we hate all those ads. So, and some people call them substances, but there's another word. What could we call them that fits what we feel they are? Because in my mind, they are medicine, but then medicine has kind of a mixed bag of connotations. So, what do you think?
I think we could go with like exogenous neurotransmitters.
Yes, that rolls off the tongue quite well.
Why not? Like if you look at the way they interact inside the brain, they're doing the same thing a neurotransmitter does.
Yeah.
And if people would permit me this little, a lot of people believe in the Big Bang, but why not? If we're going to believe in some sort of creation myth, why don't we believe that maybe we don't come into this world, maybe we come out of it? And if we're part of this planet, why wouldn't we have exogenous neurotransmitters that help us see the world in a way that's different? Why wouldn't we have substances or medicine or plants that help us understand what nature is trying to tell us? And I think that's what's happening. Like if anybody who has used cannabis or used mushrooms thoroughly begins to feel the connection with nature, the way in which they once felt a connection to their mom in the womb, like you're connected to it. And this particular bridge is something that shows you that. It allows you to walk down this bridge and become this oneness that we often talk about, this non-duality that's there. And I think that medicine is a limiting description of psychedelics. Like it's so one-dimensional. And that takes us back to, hey, maybe it's not a bug, it's a feature. If we classify it as medicine, now all of a sudden we can use the framework of centralization. We can use the framework of supply chains. Once we put it into that box, we can limit it and market it and sell it. And that brings me to this idea of, like, why do we even need, like, I don't understand why we need to figure out what's going on in the brain with it. It works. And if you start drilling down on some of these incredible people who have spent, and I love them all. I'm so stoked there's people out there that are doing the work to find out what happens with the 2A receptor. But what do we know? We don't know that much. After millions of dollars and after thousands of hours, we don't know that much. But we do know it works. Yeah. We know that much. So, why are we using our language and why are we using our tools to not move forward? It's like we have this awesome tool in our hand, but rather than use it, we're trying to figure out the best way it fits in our hand. Hey, let's start using the tool. Right?
That's actually